Part 5, Interspecific Interactions. We have to see a recap of commensalism. There are only 4 examples: orchids growing on an epiphyte on mango branch, barnacles growing on back of whalefish, cattle egret and grazing cattle as cattle mostly insects are flushed out with the grazing cattle eat sea animal that has stinging tentacles, and the clownfish which gets protection. So this is growth, like it for it to grow it support, okay, basically support. This one food protection. Okay, now mutualism. This interaction confers benefits on both the interacting species. Lichens represent an intimate mutualistic relationship between a fungus and photosynthesizing algae or cyanobacteria. So we know about lichens, right? Similarly, the mycorrhiza, right, are association between the fungi and the roots of higher plants. The fungi help in the absorption of essential nutrients from the soil, while the plant in turn provides fungi with energy yielding carbohydrates. So the most spectacular and evolutionarily fascinating examples of mutualism are found in plant-animal relationship. Plants need the help of animals for pollinating their flowers and dispersing their plant seeds. Animals obviously have to be paid fees for the service that plants expect from them. Plants offer rewards or fees in the form of pollen or nectar for pollinators and juicy and nutritious fruits for seed dispersers. So pollen or nectar for pollinators and juicy and nutritious fruits for seed dispersers. But the mutually beneficial system should also be safeguarded against cheaters. For example, animals that try to steal nectar without aiding in pollination. Now you can see why plant animal interaction often involve co-evolution of mutualists. That is, the evolution of the flower and its pollinator species are tightly linked with another. In many species of fig tree, there is a tight one-to-one relationship with the pollinator species of wasp, right? So it means that a given species cannot be pollinated only by its partner wasp species, and only can be pollinated by its partner wasp species and no other species. The female wasp uses the fruit not only as an oviposition egg laying site but also uses the developing uses the developing seeds within the fruit for nourishing its larvae, right? The wasp pollinates the fig inflorescence while searching for suitable egg laying sites. In return for the favor of pollination, the fig offers. So wasp pollinates the fig inflorescence while searching for suitable egg laying. The wasp pollinates the fig inflorescence while searching for suitable egg laying sites. In return for the favor of pollination, the fig offers the wasp some of its developing seeds as food for the developing wasp larvae. Orchids show a bewildering diversity of floral patterns of which have evolved to attract the right pollinators, insect bees and bumblebees, and ensure guaranteed pollination by it. Not all orchids offer rewards. The Mediterranean orchid ovaries employed sexual deceit to get pollination done by a species of bee. One petal of its flower bear an uncanny resemblance to the female of the bee in size, color, and marking. The male bee is attracted to what it perceives as a female, pseudocopulates with the flower, and during the process is dusted with pollen from the flower. When this same bee pseudocopulates with another flower, it transfers the pollen to it and thus pollinates the flower. Here you can see how co-evolution operates. If the female bee's colors pattern change even slightly for any reason during evolution, pollination success will be reduced unless the orchid flower co-evolves to maintain the resemblance of its petal to the female bee. So this is an excellent example, right? Thank you. So we have completed the population part of organisms and population. Thank you. We will see the summary in this session itself. Mutualism, we know about lichen, fungus, photosynthesis, algae, and cyanobacteria, mycorrhiza, fungus, and roots of higher plants. Essential nutrients it gives, energy yielding carbohydrates it gives. So pollinators and plants also, we know that good mutualism rewards like pollinators. For pollinators is pollen and nectar. For seed disperses juicy nutritious fruits. And then we know co-evolution in mutualism. So they are tightly linked with one another. And then fig and wasp, tight one-to-one relationship. Fig not only pollinates is not only pollinated by its partner, but the female wasp uses the fruit fig and wasp, tight one-to-one relation. Fig is only pollinated by its partner, and then female wasp, it not only uses it as a oviposition but also uses it for developing seeds within the fruits for nourishing its larvae. Now orchids and bees and butterflies, mutualism, and then Mediterranean orchid, but this does not give any reward. Okay, so like the off-base, so it employs sexual deceit. One petal of the flower bears the uncanny resemblance of the female bee, so the male it perceives it to be a female and pseudocopulates, and that time it is dusted with the pollen. So similarly, when it pseudocopulates with another flower, there is pollination. Okay, now co-evolution also plays a very important role. Why? Because when the female bee evolves, the petal also must evolve to resemble the female female bee. Okay, so that's all for this lesson, and we have completed population. Thank you.